first step in treating with Apivar is to do a mite test. Always know what your mite levels are. You can use a alcohol wash, which is the most reliable method. We've got several other videos that we'll link to that teach you how to do that. Or you can use a sticky board test. We also have videos on how to do that. Do a mite test, understand where your mite levels are. You can only use Apivar after you've harvested honey. So you don't want to use this when you have not harvested honey yet, because you don't want it in contact with your honey super. So after you harvested honey, you can use Apivar. I recommend using Apivar if your mite levels are 2 to 3 mites per 100 bees. So if it yields that in your tests, Apivar is a great option for you. It doesn't work super fast. It's kind of a slow release method. You're actually going to leave these strips in the hive for 42 days. If you have mite levels that are above that threshold, so if they're 4, 5, 6 mites per 100 bees, then I would use something like Apivar that's going to work a little faster and harder. So the rule of thumb with these guys is you're going to put you're going to put 2 strips per brood box. Now this is if your brood boxes are pretty full of bees. So if you've got a deep box that's pretty much full of bees, you're going to put 2 strips in it in the top box and 2 strips in the bottom box. Now you want these strips kind of in the heart of the activity where all the bees are. You don't want them just on the outside edge, and you do want to wear protective gloves as you are using these strips. So open them up, and you want to use them right away as soon as you open them. You don't want them to open them and then sit in your garage for a week. So open them up, and you'll find that there are 2 sheets of these strips, and you're going to break these apart. So you fold them over and break these 2 strips apart. So you've got 2 individual strips. You kick out this little tab right here, and you're going to insert this strip in the middle of the frame, in between 2 frames. I usually start about 3 frames in. The next strip is going to go 2 or 3 frames over, again in the middle. And I'll show you on the top box exactly how I did this. I'm going to put the top box back on. And you repeat that. So tear these 2 apart. Goes right in the middle. 2 frames apart, kind of in the center of activity. You want the bees to come in contact with these strips. So here's this top box. I've got a strip here in the middle, about 2 frames over. I've got another strip right here near the middle. So that's how you want to install these. And you're done. So you're going to let these guys sit for 42 days. And it's very important that once you have let them sit for 42 days, that you come back and pull those strips out, because they're still going to have a little bit of that chemical on it, but it'll be a sublethal effect on the varroa mites. So it's not enough chemical to kill the varroa mites, but it's enough that they can begin to build a resistance to the treatment, which we definitely don't want. So after 42 days, come back, pull those strips out, do another varroa mite test to make sure they actually worked. And that's how you treat with Apivar.